Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh, yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for
No,
I like that.
I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business, because what they would do is Sean.
Celebrities have long been silent about Diddy, but now, with his indictment rolling out, it seems that the truth about their awful gay experiences with him is finally coming to light.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
It would appear that even Snoop Dogg is now throwing shade at Sean Diddy Combs, backing up what comedian Cat Williams has been saying about Diddy for a while now.
I believe there are some gay rappers that just ain't came out the closet.
Yeah, you read that right. Snoop has allegedly hinted that Cat might have been spot on about some shady Hollywood folks. And who else could he be talking about but a certain music mogul who's got legal troubles? Snoop's also getting real about how his wife, Shantae Brodus, has been a key player in keeping him out of Hollywood's darker side.
Shantae walked in there and called his name one time, Calvin.
Calvin Brodus.
In front of Naomi Campbell.
It sounds like she's been his rock, helping him dodge the sketchy stuff that seems to be lurking in those Tinseltown circles. Makes sense though, doesn't it? What's a strong relationship without a little teamwork through the tough times? Snoop and Shantae are kind of a power couple in the music world. Everyone loves them, and they've been together for ages. She's been a quiet force behind the scenes, but in 2021, Shantae officially took over as his manager. Not a surprise, considering she's always had a say in his career moves. Snoop himself said, "Shantae has been guiding my career behind the scenes from day one." And now, both Snoop and Shantae are shedding light on their Hollywood experiences. Shantae's even chiming in on the conversation that Cat Williams started. Apparently, she's got some solid proof that backs up Cat's claims about the shady dealings in the industry, specifically regarding Diddy.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms.
Cat has spoken up multiple times, calling out Hollywood's underbelly, and Diddy's name keeps popping up. When you see Snoop and Shantae together at events, it's not just a love thing. Shantae's been keeping a close watch on his dealings with other Hollywood bigwigs, like Diddy. With all the lawsuits flying around about Diddy, people are starting to talk, and Snoop's not the only one who's been in this situation. Enter Xzibit, another rapper with some jaw-dropping revelations. He recently spilled some serious tea about Diddy's alleged obsession with gay clubs. According to Xzibit, Diddy loves it and regularly goes to these clubs with his crew. This revelation has left fans scratching their heads, wondering what else Diddy might be hiding. Xzibit recalled a particularly awkward New Year's Eve in Miami, where he found himself at a party with Diddy and video vixen Karine Superhead Stefans. During an interview on Sirius's Foxhole Radio, Xzibit let it all out, sharing how they ended up at a gay club in South Beach without him even realizing it.
We got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. Went to the party, you know.
All dudes?
He said it all started at a house party where he was chatting it up with Superhead, which apparently didn't sit well with Diddy.
Puffy calls me outside, he's like, "Hey man, you know, that girl you know about the girl you." I was like, "Yeah, nigga, yeah, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying, what's happening?" You know, he's like, "You know, that's the devil, man."
Next thing he knows, Diddy's loading them all into a car for a super quiet drive to a club. When they got there, things took a weird turn. We get to this club, and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge. Ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping, and I'm sitting there with Superhead, Xzibit recalled. Diddy eventually dipped out to handle his business, leaving X and Superhead to grab some drinks. That's when things got really weird.
And then she pointed over the corner. It's 2 dudes.
Superhead pointed to a corner, and to X's surprise, he saw 2 dudes making out, and that wasn't even the half of it. Superhead pointed again, and there was another guy dancing, completely naked. Shocked, Xzibit didn't stick around to see more. He bolted out of the club without even saying goodbye, later reflecting, "We take off. We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to anybody. It was suspect." He shrugged it off, saying, "You can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever, but I have been in a gang of clubs I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity. There it is. There's also this old video of Justin Bieber and Diddy that's resurfaced, and it's making the rounds on social media again. The clip is from 2021, and it's gone viral, mainly because people think there's something odd going on between the two. In the video, Justin and Diddy greet each other with a hug, though their conversation isn't audible. Diddy's rocking a pink House of Drew hoodie and black pants, while Justin's in a black shirt and striped shorts. After they hug, Diddy starts tapping Justin's chest with one hand while his other hand is on Justin's upper arm. Then, in this kind of strange moment, Diddy slaps the other side of Justin's chest and leaves his palm there. They go in for another hug, and Diddy whispers something to Justin. After that, Diddy heads back to his golf cart and Justin hops into a black vehicle, but not before you hear Justin say, "Love you." Now, the first time this clip blew up was after Diddy's LA and Miami homes were raided by the Department of Homeland Security in March as part of a federal SST investigation. The video's been making waves since then, and people have some theories about why Diddy was patting Justin down like that. A lot of folks in the comments believe Diddy was feeling for a wire. One person on X, formerly Twitter, said, yeah, he was checking for a wire because he was patting his shirt. So yeah, Diddy was checking if Justin was an FBI informant. Another person chimed in with, that is straight up mafia-style training. Act like you're being lovely, but the play is safety first. Trust me, I'm from Youngstown. Yet another person added, thief's habit. Always worry about being caught. And that's not the only video of Justin and Diddy getting attention. There's another one from 2009. A YouTube clip called Justin Bieber's 48 HRS with Diddy. In this one, Justin was just 15 years old and Diddy was 40. Diddy talks directly to the camera saying, where we're hanging out and what we're doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. And for the next 48 hours, he's with me, and we're gonna go full crazy. The two have collaborated in the past, and Diddy even mentored Bieber back in the day. But some people are side-eyeing that whole situation, especially after revisiting some things Usher said in past interviews about his time around Diddy. In a 2004 Rolling Stone chat, Usher opened up about how Diddy introduced him to some pretty wild stuff specifically. He said, "This is so hot in the industry, man. There were always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an aura. You never knew what was going to happen." Then, in a separate interview with Howard Stern, Usher talked about witnessing some wild stuff at Diddy's parties.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Stern pushed him on the topic, asking if he'd let his own kid go to a camp run by Puffy. Usher didn't hesitate, saying, hell no. There's also an explicit audio recording that's been making the rounds online, allegedly capturing the voices of Diddy and Meek Mill in a rather intimate situation. In the clip, you can hear suggestive sounds, and at one point, one of the men calls the other daddy. The audio was reportedly shared by someone claiming to be Diddy's former bodyguard, who says he recorded it on his phone. According to the man who leaked the audio, it features two men in a compromising situation. He goes on to say that the night this all went down, all the drinks had been spiked, though he himself stayed sober, just pretending to be drunk like everyone else. While the others were passed out, he says Diddy and that man, who he claims was Meek Mill, snuck off to a room. That's when he heard the sounds and decided to record them to make a couple $100. At first, no one believed the audio was real, but now, according to him, there's proof. This alleged recording isn't the only eyebrow-raising story circulating about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. Apparently, one drug dealer was completely stunned after witnessing some big-name celebrities getting intimate with each other at one of these gatherings. According to this dealer, Diddy greeted him at the door of his Hamptons mansion, wearing nothing but a robe, and led him to a back bedroom to make a coke deal. That's when things got strange. Weird SST was starting to happen. Celebrity guys effing each other. There were back bedrooms, and it was like the inner sanctum, the dealer told the Post. The dealer went on to say that the most shocking part was seeing two rappers, names he refused to drop, hooking up. He added, I immediately lost respect for them and could not take them seriously ever again. The party, he said, was filled with a mix of female rappers, hookers, and people who were already high on ketamine and GHB.
After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use.
Diddy's 500-square-foot mansion in East Hampton was infamous for these kinds of parties, including his annual celebrity-packed white parties, which drew some of the biggest names in Hollywood like Leonardo DiCaprio, Mariah Carey, and Jay-Z.
50 had to come back out and make my show hot. I so appreciate it.
According to a recently unsealed federal indictment, these freak-offs weren't just wild parties. They were elaborate ES performances that Diddy allegedly arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. The 3-count ST indictment claims Diddy was the mastermind behind it all. On Tuesday, Diddy pleaded not guilty to these charges, but has been ordered to remain in jail in Manhattan until his trial after being denied bail twice. The indictment also accuses him of controlling his victims through physical violence, promises of career opportunities, granting and threatening to withhold financial support and other coercive means, including supplying them with drugs. More and more people have come forward with accusations against Diddy, including his former protege Cassie Ventura. She filed a lawsuit against him, which was settled out of court within 24 hours. Diddy denied any wrongdoing in that case. Several other lawsuits have been filed, including one from producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who worked on Diddy's last album. Diddy's legal team has consistently denied all the allegations. In response to Lil Rod's lawsuit, one of Diddy's lawyers told USA Today, "We look forward to proving, in a court of law, that all of Mr. Jones's claims are made up and must be dismissed." According to Lil Rod, Diddy drugged ST, threatened, and S harassed him for over a year. The 73-page complaint details how this alleged A took place between September 2022 and November 2023 while they lived and traveled together to work on the Love album, Off the Grid, which ended up being nominated for a Grammy. Jones claims he captured hundreds of hours of video showing Diddy and his inner circle involved in serious illegal activity.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
The lawsuit even includes screenshots from parties Diddy hosted, where S workers and underage girls were allegedly present, reportedly given laced drinks at Diddy's orders. This explosive lawsuit, reviewed by Vulture, paints a damning picture of what was happening behind the scenes. But Diddy's not the only one named in the filing. His son Justin, Universal Music Group CEO Lucian Grange, former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habtemariam, and Diddy's chief of staff Christina Korum are all listed as defendants. Jones's legal team claims this group, which they describe as a RICO enterprise, enabled and failed to stop Diddy's actions. Some of the shocking allegations include Jones being forced to find S workers, participate in Group S activities, with Diddy's son Justin allegedly involved, being subjected to unwanted groping and touching, forced drug use, and threats of physical harm if he didn't comply.
The indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse.
The lawsuit also alleges Diddy bragged about getting away with a 1999 shooting, letting rapper Shine take the blame just to show how powerful he is. As for Korum, the filing claims she downplayed Jones's complaints, calling the a friendly horseplay and saying Diddy's actions were his way of showing that he likes you. Adding to this already chaotic story is another resurfaced video involving Jonathan Audie, a former stripper and P-star who was arrested in 2018 for allegedly shooting up one of Donald Trump's Florida golf courses. In the clip, Audie is seen being interrogated by Miami police, where he bizarrely claims he had been Diddy's slave.
I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters.
The years-old footage has resurfaced just as Diddy faces ST and racketeering charges in New York. Audie's wild claims made back then were never substantiated and were dismissed, but the fact they echo some of the allegations in Diddy's current indictment and match claims made by his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura has people talking. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.